What's up, and welcome to another episode, Master Moats Film Session. And today we're going to be breaking down film of Montravius Adams, the new D-tackle we just picked up from the New Orleans Saints. Does some things on tape I do actually like a lot, man. I definitely think he can help us out in some situations this year. So as we always do, we'll highlight him. Here he is right here. We're in the 5-2. Play this play in full speed. And after that, we'll break it down. Alrighty. So a couple of things first off, man, as we get this thing started. Montravius is in a 3 technique right here. All the 3 technique is just this outside, typically where this tackle's foot is. This guard's foot. That's ultimately where that 3 technique would be. You don't want to necessarily be all the way in the gap per se, because now you're talking, flirting with a little bit more of a 5-eye and things like that with the tackle out here. But right here, man, like what I see initially, in terms of just watching when he gets off the ball, understanding, what he's trying to do. He's trying to rush the pass right here, right? Short yardage in terms of the goal line scenario. So he gets his one-on-one right here with the center. Now, a little high with the pad level and things like that, but what I do like is his motor and his overall just keeps moving. So you see the arm over right there, subtle, gets him a little high, but ultimately what it does is help him with his pass rush in terms of getting vertical and getting this quarterback off the spot. Now, this right here technically isn't good because as we can see, we have 1, 2, 3 defenders on the same side of the quarterback and only 1 guy over here. Think Chargers game in terms of how Herb was able to scramble. These are some of the issues potentially, but 97 does a good job. This guy right here does a good job of covering for Montravius right here. But as a whole, like I said, I like how he keeps his arms moving, man. Even though his pad level is a little high, just understanding how to continue to get vertical and not getting washed by the quarterback. Because right here, I like the initial pop, good initial pop. But now you got to reset, right? Center has his better hands right here. But now you're working a half a man. Work a man and get skinny. And now he's able to climb and get vertical. Because right now, this quarterback, Tyler Heineke, he's not feeling affected by anything right here. But as Montravius starts to get vertical, now it forces him to move, get out the pocket. 97 does a good job of covering him. Then from there, you force the incompletion. But I really like that play, though, as a whole by Montravius. Like I said, I just wish he would just stay a little bit lower with this pad level and have a little bit more rush integrity in terms of balancing it out. But with 97 feeling like that, I don't have a complaint, man. But good initial job right there, though, in terms of just seeing Montravius with some of his pass rush ability. All right, now this next play we're going to see from Montravius is him playing against the run. All right, this is something that we know in Pittsburgh, man, you got to be able to do. You have to be physical, start at the point of attack. So we're going to highlight him on this play. But before I go any further, if you're liking the video, you're liking the content, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and more importantly, hit that notification bell so that way you don't miss out on any of this content. But here he is right here. All right, once again, in that 3 technique like we just broke down on the previous clip, okay? So we'll play it in full speed, and after that, we'll break it down. Alrighty. So, let me rewind it back just a hair. I'm perfectionist, that's what they say. But right here, man, we got him in a 3 technique, and this is a simple power running play, all right? So you're gonna get this scheme, man. It's a combo block, looks like a double team. Difference between a double team and a combo block is this. On a double team, these 2 guys are not coming off of this block, okay? Double team, they stay on the block the whole time. On a combo block, it's here, but this guy right here is bumping hard here and climbing to the backer, okay? Climbing to the backside linebacker. That's the only difference between a combo block and a double team block. All right, so this particular play is a combo block. I'll make sure I get this in slow motion for you as well. So we're seeing right here the combo element of it, right? Tackle, guard on him. But what I like is this. Look at his hand placement, all right? I'm gonna try to circle his hands. All right, one right there, okay? Now, the reason I like that is because the placement of it. What is he doing? He's fighting one person. One of my coaches would always tell me this, JC Price actually. If you're in a bar fight, or excuse me, if you're in an alley and there's two guys in there, are you gonna try to fight both at the same time? Or are you gonna pick one guy out the group to fight? Pick one guy out the group to fight. And that's ultimately what Montravius is doing right here. And it's smart because he knows eventually this guy's gonna come off. Remember, it's a combo. So on the combo, he comes off to the backside linebacker. Now you got Montravius with his hands inside, controlling the steering wheel, okay? Good bend in his knees. I like the pad level, helmet slightly under the guard's helmet. But now he's fighting back pressure, and then watch him condense the hole, okay? It's not enough to just play the combo block, but you have to fight pressure and then make sure no one can run it inside of your hole where, you know, that's your gap responsibility. But from start to finish, man, I just like his initial pop, his hand placement, pad level, fighting one man, not trying to fight two guys. The subtle fighting back pressure once the combo block comes off and turns to a single right there, you see him starting to push back. And then, hey, be a playmaker, get involved, get in the pile. I was always a guy that loved to see, you know, if you near that ball, man, go put a little something on it, you know, because all those hits add up, all of them do. But really good job by him, like I said, man, just going through the fundamentals of playing the combo block. Okay, it's off, fight the pressure. All right, he's coming back, condense your hole. All right, now just join the party. Good work right there by Montravius. Good work. All right, now this last play we're gonna break down shows Montravius ultimately, you know, rushing the passer again, but this time doing it in a pass rushing game, working with the DN. All right, well, that's different than what we saw earlier. Earlier, we saw him on a one-on-one on the center. We've seen him run versus the run. Now let's see him, you know, when he has to play well with others. Here he is once again in that 3 technique, and as we've seen, he will shift sides, all right? He's not always locked in on the right side. He'll play on the left. In terms of the left 3 technique, I've seen him in the shade as well. But as we always do, play it in full speed for you, and we'll break it down after that. All right. So as we start this thing off, man, all this happening here is Montravius and this DN, they're running a TE stunt. All right, basically the tackle and end are running a game where I believe, yeah, he's the penetrator right here. So if this was in Pittsburgh, I ain't gonna tell you what we'll call it, but we had a cool name for it, man. Anytime we want the D tackle to penetrate first and the end to wrap around, all right? But just basic tackle end stunt, okay? So as we talk about the responsibilities of this, with this particular stunt, his job is to create the contact on this tackle, and then ultimately this guy's gonna bubble up and under. You'll get the one-on-one in terms of Montravius on this tackle, and then you'll get this DN on this guard, okay? That's all you're trying to do, but you wanna switch the matchups up, all right? So that's why you run the stunt like this versus just aligning in it. But what I like is this, make sure I got it in slow-mo too, all right. What I like is this though. Watch it when he gets out to stance. Initial contact on the guard is subtle, but what it does is it gets the guard's eyes just for a little bit, okay? So that way it's buying this DN time to loop around. Now, every once in a while, you'll get a guard that might follow this tackle. I mean, they might follow Montravius, right? And then you'll get 2 guys on one, and this DN will loop right through free for an easy sack. But you see this guy keeps his head out of the block, which is smart by him. Eyes, you know, seeing the big picture. Even though his hands are there giving hand help, he knows that's not his responsibility. He has to check this gap, but his responsibility is anything that's looping back around. All right, so right here, as he vertical sets, boom, he picks that up. But now Montravius has his one-on-one. And what I like is this, look at his hands, inside hands on the breastplate, right? For, you know, the people that don't know the breastplate, that's where your, if you're talking about your chest, where your nipples would be at, all right? So he has his hands right there on it, and now that he controls that steering wheel, well, now he has the leverage. He's padding the pad, and look at, did you see the extension? I gotta rewind that back. You know, extension gets me going every once in a while. But look at this, boom! That's big man ball right there, baby. Drives him all the way back, forces Heineke out the pocket. Now Heineke is able to escape because of his mobility, but as a whole, this is beautiful right here, man. This whole, I'm gonna pause it right here. Once again, though, we talk about rush lanes. It's no myth, okay? 1, 2, 3. This guy's by himself. Heineke escape lane. It is that simple when you're talking about rushing the passer. You have to be balanced up. 2 guys on each side of the quarterback to keep it from having these type of rush lanes right here. Because as good as a rush as this is, and this is, because this guy is over here, doesn't matter, okay? That's just how the game goes. So even though Montravius doesn't have a ton of stats, he's still been a very productive player in some of this, in the right situations. Now, when I watch him, I personally don't think that he is a 60+ snap guy, but I do like his motor. I think that he plays with great effort. I like his hand placement, his technique as a whole, and he's just a physical guy. He likes contact. He likes to hit, which I absolutely love. So with that being said, man, let me know your thoughts on Montravius, man. You know, what you expect from him, if you're excited about the signing. And either way though, man, appreciate you for tuning in. And until next time, baby, peace.